I'm right behind you.
Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back. Some Skyrim Special Edition. As you can see, we're at, I don't remember which farm, one of them. Let's see, hang on. Hollyfrost Farm, heading east to clear out the little bit that we have left on the northeastern portion of Windhelm's hold. Our first location is here, and we'll also get a treasure map that we will hopefully be able to determine the location of the treasure as well. So here we have Trader's Post.
Now ain't this a surprise? You picked a
It is a surprise. You guys are surprisingly weak.
Someone there?
Wow, goodbye. Oh no, not a chief. Goodbye. Alright. No, that's a shit. Oh wow, actually the Nordic carved armor is worth a lot. 1600. I've been leaving that because I mean, to be fair, it also weighs a lot. So, I mean, it makes sense that it would cost. I mean, I guess chest armor does tend to weigh, or does tend to be worth quite a bit, but just not really something I ever think about because it always weighs so much. Come on. Okay, now this treasure map is actually supposed to be on top of the chest, not in it, but I guess one of my mods moved it. Alright, so we have a fire there, a fort there, or a city possibly, and then a noose off of a rock there. So the fire might be a giant's camp. I'm going to assume that's a city. There's mountains in the background. The noose. I mean, that could be somewhere around the edge. Like, that might not be a cliff. That might be an ice floe or an iceberg, because they do tend to look like that. So yeah, that's definitely a fort or something. And the noose and the fire. I feel like odds are the noose is important.
Take this and hold on to it. I'll be back for it later. I'll pay you good. Don't lose it. No time to talk. Snitch or double cross me and I'll... Death is highly overrated.
Come here, you prick. Give me stolen goods. Anyway. Ooh, we got a new book. Dance of Fire version 2. I feel like that's another book that we probably should have already had. Okay, now there actually is a second floor to this place. But you can't get to it from inside. I don't remember if there's anything up there. But I know that to get up there, you have to do this. Come on. There we go. Get on the... Yeah, there is. There's a chest and everything. Look at that. Now that guy who's looking for his shit won't be able to find me. Master lock chest. Oof. To be fair, this chest is pretty close to the edge. Oh, third try on a master lock. That feels good. What was inside of it makes it feel like 3 tries was about right. Steel plate helmet, a glass mace. Potion.
Did you see someone
there he
run
is.
past just now?
I presume this iron armor the Major Knight belongs to you.
I'm going to track down that thief and murder him.
Let's see. Yeah, you could.
Still here.
It's not letting me. Anyway, I feel like you probably could get up there or jump and get that maybe. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I feel like there's like going to be like a hangman's rock or like maybe a hangman's fort because I mean, like I said, it looked like a city. But, I mean, I don't... So, I mean, I should probably just focus on the forts, right? Fellhammer, Dunstad, Snowhawk, Widow's Watch, however you pronounce that, Northwatch, Pinefrost, Cliffside Retreat. Well, Cliffside, I mean, there is a cliff there, but I feel like whatever that is, because I feel like the building itself, it's like, that's a fort, but I feel like that isn't enough of a clue. Broken tower, while the tower in the thing looked pretty intact. Sun Guard, no. Maybe, no, it shouldn't be. It should be like an actual fortress. Now, to be fair, it could also be one that we haven't been to yet. I mean, like, I'm looking through these ones, but like, but I mean, that doesn't really mean anything. We also found it over here, and I don't know, have the treasures been... Well, Gallows Rock. Gallows means hanging, right? It's like the gallows is where they hang people, so maybe here? It looks like a fort. That looks about right. Well, I mean, this would be the front of it, right? Yeah, with the mountains in the background. So then if we go to... There should be a cliff on this side of it somewhere. Did they hang people over the lake, maybe? To be fair, I don't know that there's actually going to be the actual noose hanging there. But I mean, so far, everything looks to check out. Oh yeah, that could be water at the bottom there. But if that's water, that seems to indicate that, like, they hung people, like, the other, like, a little bit, not away from it, but, like, if the water's there, it should be, like, along this cliff somewhere, maybe. It's usually just a chest, right? Like, it's the right-hand side, so it could be here, but none of this looks high enough to be that. And I mean, that's the front. And then we need a bigger cliff. I mean, the water seems to look right, but I mean, and there's also the fire on the map, though. So what the fuck is with the fire? Was I right about the giant thing? I mean, there is a giant's camp right there. And they usually have bonfires. Seems to be where the cliff meets the water, if I had to guess. Mara's Eye Pond. Okay. I guess it could be, like, slightly under the water. No. I guess I'll try over here where these mud crabs are. No, not seeing it there. I don't know, I feel like we're kind of like too far out. Like, I feel like we're way too far away from the actual fort based on the treasure map, but at the same time, I mean, it seems to indicate that it's like away from... Oh, well, there's that. There it is. What do we get? Flawless Amethyst. Spelled Tome, which I already have. Wasn't that great of a treasure, but there it is. That makes more sense, because it actually has the thing hanging from it. I don't know... Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Where the fuck did my treasure go? I mean, I guess that wasn't water. That must have just been like this rock here, but it's just like a weird indicator to draw on the map. We'll worry about Mara's Eye Pond later. I want to still finish up this section of the map first, and then because I don't know how long it'll take, but if it doesn't take that long, then we'll pop over and see if there's anything in the pond. I want to say that there is, but I want to say it's like a quest thing. Come here, trolls. Refugees rest, eh? Well, since we're facing trolls. I mean, I don't care enough to walk out there, so... Oh, what is this? Decree a monument. This tower once served as a meeting place where those brave souls who achieved safe passage to Skyrim would find loved ones and leave notice for others who could not be found. Let it stand in honor of those who had the strength and spirit to accept Skyrim's offer, untithed to any thane or hold, and self-governed with free worship with no compensation to Skyrim or the Empire except as writ in our Mistis of old, wheresoever those might still apply, and henceforth let no man or mer say that the sons and daughters of Kine are without mercy or honor. We, the Earls of Skyrim, hereby decree this site as a monument to the struggle of those who fled their native home of Morrowind in the time following the Red Year. Untied to any thane or hold and self-governed. Okay. Weird. I feel like that's not really true anymore. The first revolt. Seem to be a whole lot here, and for some reason it's not showing up on my on the wiki. Come on, just fucking do it. Black Soul Gem follows in Silver Ring. All right, so this is called Refugees Rest, yeah. Refuge. Oh, I see what happened. Because I had the comma or the apostrophe in the wrong spot. Yeah, the only notable things is some books. The decree is the only one also that we didn't already have, apparently. Because it's just that book and then the two that are in here. So that wasn't too bad. I didn't think it would be bad, but that wasn't too long. I thought that there might actually be some people there based on its name, but apparently not. Now this one has a name attached to it, so this might have a quest with it as well. It does say that it has a quest. Possible. Okay. Okay, yeah, so there is a dungeon quest, which I'm assuming means that you get the quest in the dungeon. Okay, what do we got? Snowberries, salt, snowberries, pheasant breast, not an alchemy ingredient. Alright, so here's Ingle Barrow, I guess. So we'll head in there. My screen will be really weird for some reason. Now, I think we can do this one. I don't think we're locked out. It does say that they're... Hello?
My word. Look at those ruins.
Interesting.
Remarkable.
Yeah, that's what's remarkable. The ruins, not the weird light that... Oh, here's another one. It's like a wisp, kind of. Not the... Like a ghost orb, I guess, would be more accurate. Wisps are a little different, although both tend to float, which this is not doing. Okay, go, well, you can go left, because that's clearly blocked off. That one doesn't seem to be disappearing like the last one did. Okay. Dead Scholar. What a peculiar place the barrow turned out to be. I hadn't explored for very long before reaching this elaborate room and gate locking me from going further into the crypt. I confess it, I'm relieved. This place puts the fear of oblivion into me. There are some carvings in this room. I'll attempt to transcribe them for the college so I have something to show for this effort. All was so in Atmore, land of truth and our home. Man in his throne, so should he be. Whale in the sea, so should he be. Eagle in the sun sky, so should he be. Snake in the weed, so should he be. Sorrow for the sea ghost took Yingol, prize brother of sail from Atmore's fleet. And none on land, nor sky, nor sea would ever again be as should be. Fascinating. These ancient Nords, I wonder what other secrets are hidden here. Surely there can't be harm in trying to go a little further, and there's a lever here which must open the gate beyond. Well, dude, you never want to pull the lever before you fucking solve the puzzle. Okay, so in the weeds we need a snake. Oh, is this the sky maybe? Which would be the eagle, obviously. And then, yeah, this would be water, which is the whale. And then, obviously, a man needs to take the throne. Or, you know, human. Okay, now what? I mean, I see the little spirits are dancing with me. Ow! Fucking skeleton thing. Maybe just the fact that the skull is there. Oh wait, maybe if I do...
What do you need?
No,
Okay,
don't take the skull. No.
Okay,
There we go.
got it.
Go sit on the throne.
Anything else?
Nope, just chill there for a second. Hey, it worked. Okay, I don't know that I actually needed her to sit there for it. It may very well I've not, and as long as I did the other ones right. Ooh, we got another Dragon Claw, the coral one. I don't actually remember this place very well. It must not be one that I do very often. Amethyst ring, then we can either go left or left. Okay. So are they just like the lights must just be following me then? There's also a book, right? Like Ingol and the Sea Ghost. Like that's the name of a book, yeah. So I guess these are the Sea Ghosts.
Impressive.
It's not really a book that I've read in here, so like it sounds like they were pirates, but I don't think that if they were pirates they would have got a burial mound like this. At least not one quite so elaborate. This a dead end? Yes, good. I do like the little lights dancing around, though. Another door there. Okay. A bit. Up a bit more. There we go. I'm also not sure. I was thinking about it, and I'm not 100% sure that I actually want to legendary lockpicking once we get it. Obviously, like, it's like, well, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I like that they allow you to legendary it, but at the same time, I enjoy having my stuff at 100, you know? It's like, look at the progress I made, but I don't know. I'm kind of torn between it. And the reason I bring it up is because we're almost at 100. And depending on how many lock things we get in this dungeon, we may very well hit 100. Hey, look at buddy, I found you. Don't get stuck behind too many things. Okay, I don't actually know what trap that would have activated. complicated, but oh, here we go. We're actually gonna have to look at the claw though.
I don't like where this is going.
Well, the lights are turning off. It's generally not a good thing. Snake, wolf, bug. Snake, wolf, bug. You know, I'm curious as to like whether or not. I guess I could go and just like watch a let's play of something and see if like if these doors are like randomized as to where they start. Like obviously the codes on them wouldn't be, but like their starting positions might be, you know. Not a whole lot there, but here's the Helm of Ingle, which is a unique helmet.
I'm right behind you.
Sorry, did not mean to talk to you. The Song of Romir. Yeah, that's too much. Alright. I'm going to take that because I feel like it's definitely not something that I had before. Oh, that's his shade. I was like, why is like something being drawn into me? But never mind. Coffin up here. Empty. Oh, all my little lights disappeared. I guess the lights were resurrected him maybe, or brought his shade out, or something to that effect. No spot for that back in the vault though. Helmet. You know, the more like unique stuff that we get that it doesn't have a spot for, like the more disappointed in that in that vault I get, even though like it's still a great vault and still does like a lot, but and it still holds like a lot of stuff, but like, you know. Okay, so that's everything that's in like that little corner, and I am gonna immediately go back here and throw the dragon claw in here, and I'll throw the helmet in the chest.
I've got your back.
Because I have been keeping a bunch of stuff in that chest. There's the coral claw. Or actually, no, because what's in the safe? The safe is just like liquids, basically. Or bottles, I guess. But the reason I want to throw it in there is because I don't want to forget and accidentally sell it. And you might think, it's like, oh, but it's named something different. How would you forget to sell it? Remember, I sold Ring of the Fashion Designer by accident. I mean, that is a significantly bigger or longer name and more unique name than Ingle's helmet, you know. Alright, so we're back to the, what was it, Mars Eye Pond? Yeah. Which is a very small location, as you can imagine. But we've got some mud crabs and some blood out here on the island. No notable items, it seems. Which is intriguing. Because, I mean, that means that like there's no books or anything here. We do have another mud crab, as it turns out. Got it. Or she did. I mean, her lightning went out fairly the same time, so.
Huh?
Oh, we got a nice little smugglers. Do you think that they got rum down here? Oh, this should do our 100. And it did. Wow, lockpicking to 100 gave us like no fucking experience. Damn. Grab all that. Smuggler's Journal. This war isn't as good for business as I thought it would be. Sure, the pay is good, but the runs are harder with all the extra soldiers on the roads, and finding jobs that are worth the risk is difficult. Like our current job, guy hires us to move a bunch of crates with few questions asked, so we get the goods here and I take a look in the boxes just to know what I've got myself into, and what do I find? Bodies. Bastard has me moving bodies. Well, I strip them of their jewels and gold, so the joke's on him. Well, by the looks of it, considering that they were going to assume that he had you moving vampires, So I guess the joke ultimately is on you. Last Mace of Enervating, that's a good mace to have here for some smugglers. For some reason, the smuggler just, for whatever reason, happened to have Immortal Blood, or the book Immortal Blood, which is interesting considering it's about vampires. Wow, an enchanted armor worth 225 gold. That's pathetic. It looks like they decapitated something else. Or someone else, I guess. There is a skull there. I mean, when somebody gets you to move something and then tells you not to, oh, like, God, vigilant in here. Ooh, expert. Well, actually, if I'm going to do this, I mean, it's more experience, right? Like, I have no intention of putting anything into lockpicking perk-wise, so, I mean, are you sure? Yes. Yes. So, I mean, there's, I guess, very little reason not to make it legendary, because all it's going to do is give me a little bit of extra experience every now and then. I mean, obviously not a whole lot based on what 99 to 100 gave us, but I mean, we are also at a fairly high level, because we're at like level 60 some, right? And I mean, original max level was like 81, so just a weird max level. At least I'm pretty sure 81 was the original max level. Because the Ebony Warrior that you can fight in the Dragonborn DLC, which is when this legendary, I do believe they implemented the legendary stuff. You need to be level 80 to fight him, and the whole point of him was that, you know, you basically, like, he's max level, which is why, you know, he's looking for somebody who can defeat him. So unless you're max level, more or less, anyway, like I said, you need to be 80 for it, and max level is technically 81, I think. And I mean, there's probably going to be some skills like two-handed that I probably will never level up. I mean, because I like my one-handed and my magic. You don't see me use my magic all that often, but I do use it, and it's nice to have the. I guess some mud crab got pissy at one of them. You know what? We'll go to the whatever this mill is over here. Because maybe there'll be a quest there. How long have we been going? Because we cleared those locations, but yeah, I was going to say, it didn't take very long. We've only been going for a half hour. So we'll pop over here. I don't know where we're going, in all honesty. Oh, wait. I might, if we're going this way. Yes. But just because there's the off chance that we'll get... Because, like, mills in that obviously have people. So, like... with people, there's a better chance of getting quests. It's just... Ooh. Careful. Careful. That seemed like an awfully big shadow that just went by, but I'm not hearing a dragon, so... Okay, Mixed Water Mill. Let us see. Is there anything? There is quests here. Nice. Nope. Possible location for a Radiant quest. Alright. Any notable items? No, not particularly. Also, what the fuck noise was that? Oh, wait. This is a lumber mill, right? So that's probably what it was, yeah. So yeah, here's the mill. Woohoo. It's just another one. There's not really a whole lot here. Once again,
get an axe and bring me all the wood you can chop.
Yeah, you can chop wood and sell it. The marksmanship lesson, which is an archery skill book, is inside the house. And then there's just some random stuff that you can pick up, but there's not really anything super important, and the only quest that you can get here is if you can pick up an animal extermination quest from the companions to come here and do it. Alright, should we continue over here? Okay, so Morvenskar we've already done. Mars Eye Pond, Gallows Rock. What is that? Dark Shade. Okay, that's done. Balfound Towers, obviously done. Hilgrin's Tomb, is that? Yes. Okay, we got a giant's camp here. Which we should actually, it's close enough, we should be able to see it on our map. Yes, I was going to say, I think we did, I could see it on there as we were coming this way. So we'll pop over and do that. There's still, oh, because there is a dragon up there. That's why I keep seeing the dragon shadow. Because there's a dragon. That makes sense. Also, Dragon Ren does nothing to anything else. The only thing it does is ground the dragons. Wolf Pelt. Yeah, it's rare that they have anything other than that on there. Alright, Cradle Crush Rock. Got a couple dragons, a couple of giants here. No quests, not surprisingly. Interesting. So, yeah. Oh, this is Broken Limb Camp. This actually isn't even the camp that I looked up. This is a completely different one. His skirt went right up with how hard I hit him. Okay. Get ourselves a chest. A little bit of gold. Probably not worth it to kill the giants. Broken Limb Camp, eh? That's not the one I was looking at. Ah, because I went the wrong direction. Okay, where's Gallows Rock? Go up here. That was the wrong giant camp, as it turns out. But there should be another one. There it is. Should be another one close by. By the looks of it, it isn't going to take us very long to clear out this hold either. Because, like, I'm looking at it, and a lot of the like tombs and dwarven ruins and that, all of the names that I'm looking at, and even like the forts and that, the names are looking pretty familiar to me, which generally means either that we've already done them, or they're part of a quest that I've done in the past. So I have a feeling that it won't take very long to clear out this hold, but it didn't take very long for the last one either. I mean, Whiterun is probably, whenever I do play it like this, oh yeah, the hide helmet of alteration. So that helmet I think is like random, but as you can see, he was crushed under the rock. And there's actually two. So there's feet there and here. Man, there's like at least 4. Oh, that was his helmet. Okay, but the helmet didn't move. So there's at least 4 bodies underneath that rock. Okay, but now this place should be cleared. Yeah. What about Gold Dung Rock? Is that this one? Yes. Okay, where's Kynes Grove? Or actually, what's here? Corvinger Cave. Okay, well, we'll go to Kynes Grove because there is a couple of places over here. I'm just going to try and, like, work my way south from the north. Like, start the north and work my way south as much as possible. I figured that would be a good way to do this one because there's a lot on the east side of the map, not a whole lot on the west side, and then there's like I don't know, there's a good amount in the middle, but at the same time it's a lot of empty space, you know? Like the east side is fairly thick with stuff, like along the mountain range, like the mountain range that borders Skyrim. Ah, you prick. Hey, get back here. Run away from me, will you? Also, is my one-handed maxed out yet? I was just looking at these earlier, and then I didn't know. It's actually only at 95. Good God. these, to be fair, those skills always take forever to level up. The fishing map for East March, I guess I'll take that. I don't really care. A Dream of Sovngarde is apparently something I didn't have. And those books were really bugged out. Oh. Nice. Gold. Ooh, another treasure map. Nice. Okay, well that's along a river somewhere. It's another tower. It seems to have a spiky top. Once again, there's mountains in the background, but it looks like there might be like another village or at least another building over to the side there. Right? Like just to the left, it looks like there's another building or something. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, we'll see what else there is, because there isn't really a whole lot notable in here, besides, once again, a smattering of books. The bear obviously cleared it out. Okay, so it's along a river. Well, there's a tower right there. I mean, oh, wait a minute. That's Solitude in the background, right? Like, that's the Solitude Bridge? Right? I think. If I'm not mistaken. Because, like, that's what it looks like. It's this bridge where the Blue Palace is on, which would make that tower probably this lighthouse. And maybe that isn't spikes at the top. That's supposed to indicate, like, light coming off of it. So, looking at it from the ocean, it's near the water. From the ocean, it would be on the right-hand side, I guess. Because, like, yeah, looking at... Where's Solitude? There it is. Right? Like, that would make sense. Because then you can see the little thing there. And then, yeah, and then the tower has the spiky things up top. Look at that. Look at us go. Alright. So looking at it more or less from here, it should be just to the right of, I don't know, somewhere. Maybe here. This looks right. Snow Fox here for some reason. Hunting bow of fear. Now, see, now my only issue with that is, like, that's got to be it, right? But at the same time, is it it? I mean, it's as good a spot as any, right? I mean, like, that's got, like, that had to have been it, yeah. Because otherwise we come back around to the front. There we go. That wasn't bad. I did not remember that the lighthouse had those spiky bits up top. But I'm glad I realized that that was Solitude in the background. Alright, so back over here. We did this cave, the Kronbonger cave. You know what? Let's actually just clear out, because we did the Lost Knife hideout. So let's just clear out the west side of the map, because it looks like there's only 2 things left on the west side of the river.
Still here.
West. There we go. Which one of these markers are we going to? I think the tower one. Yeah. So yeah, we'll clear out the west side of the river here, and then that'll clear out that little segment of the map. And then how long have we been going actually? 40 minutes? Well, the one is a fort, so it's possible that it might take long enough. This one, maybe we will end up doing the fort first. So I don't actually see where this... Oh, there it is. Oh, well. I can see why it was abandoned. It's fine, though. We should be able to get there if we are allowed to jump. Oh my god. Just let me jump. So many times where I hit the jump button in Skyrim, it's like, no, you're on like the smallest slope possible, therefore you're not allowed to jump. Wow, this place really got fucked up, didn't it? This isn't part of the location. Well, I imagine it used to be, but... But yeah, I can see why this place was abandoned. Alright, let's see. No quests associated with it. Oh, come on. Just a couple of books, one of which we're guaranteed to have had. And, oh, we actually have both those books, because we just picked up the other one, actually, in this part. So there's nothing particularly notable for us in this location. And, I mean, if you're not somebody who cares about collecting books, then there's nothing notable ever, but... For us specifically, the only two things in here that somebody might want, we already have. So, generation, poison, broken wall. If this was a different game, it would be an indicator to like blow that wall open with something to see what's past it. Well, I mean, water is past it, obviously, but like have to like blow that open to like drain an area somewhere else or something. Guards' orders. We can't let the prisoners out, so either kill them or let them drown. Either way, all guards must evacuate as soon as possible. The storm is about to wash this whole fort into the river, and I'll be damned if I have to report one Legion death while under my watch. You have your orders. Okay. So, big storm came in. Commander was like, yeah, let's just peace out. I don't know why I took the stew. I saw something in a bowl and just kind of assumed it was going to be like salt pile or frost salts or something that I can actually use, but you know, whatever.
Does someone live among the dead? Comes for now.
Oh, missed him. Well, I got him, almost killed him. Apparently did not make it through. I don't think I'll be able to. I think the angle of it isn't gonna work. Well, based on this, I'm guessing not all the Imperials made it out. The storm is coming, I can tell. The water leaking in has become stronger. There's no better time than now. When the storm hits, the guards will be scrambling to figure out what to do with us. Amidst the confusion, we need to overpower the few that will be standing guard outside our cells and hold off the cell block entrance. We need only hold off until I can get one of their swords and break open the drainage grate in the corner of my cell. That's where we'll make our escape. Everyone move downriver and we'll try to find shelter there until the storm passes. Well...
I will return!
I mean, maybe. I don't know how ghosts work in Elder Scrolls universe, so maybe you will. I mean, I don't... Now, here's the problem with that plan. How do they get out of their cells?
The glimmer of life is gone.
Is it?
Does some live among the dead?
Yeah, we've already been through this. I've even burned you a little bit, although you're a ghost, so... I doubt that you actually got burned. Although he did take burn damage, because like he took like the chunk of damage when it hit, and then he did take a little bit of extra damage afterwards. So, I mean, he did burn somehow as a ghost. But I mean, generally, you know, obviously the fireball made of magic, and magic is energy, and ghosts, no matter what form of ghost you believe in, generally are some form of energy. So I mean, it would make sense that a spell would disrupt the energy of a ghost, which is actually a thing that I use in my book. It's how I explain how magic can defeat ghosts, because the energy from the magic disrupts the energy binding the ghost to the material plane, or however I put it. I don't remember if I actually used the words material plane, but it's a fairly common usage, or it's a fairly common like usage for, you know, the quote unquote real world in fantasy novels. Maybe down there. That's probably the drainage that he wanted to clear. I thought it might be over here, but
Mortal fool. No one hides.
I wasn't hiding. I just couldn't hear you. Given up a lot of experience by picking up that key, but I'm not overly worried about it, because I imagine you guys would rather me pick up the key than watch me pick a bunch of expert locks. Because experience or not, you know, it's not very interesting to watch me pick locks all fucking video. Not that it hasn't stopped me from doing it, but, or not that it has stopped me from doing it, but you know, I limit it as much as I can. I pick up keys, which is more than I normally do. There's very few keys that, like, in general, when I'm playing this game, I will not pick up a key unless I reach a door that says that the key is required. Then I will go back and pick up a key, or then I will go looking for the key. But well, I mean, I know that we have that one, or that we've read that one, because we just picked it up. That was the one I was talking about. Why does the abandoned prison key open up the chest as well as the cells? I mean, I get that it doesn't specify abandoned prison cell key, but it's just like, there's more than a couple Imperials that did not make it out of here. But like, generally, if you had a key for cells in a prison, it also wouldn't be the same key that opens up a chest. Nope. For some reason, I thought I had to crouch. I did not. Okay, well, this guy, I don't see the Imperial shield around him like the other skeletons, so I got to assume he's one of the prisoners. Another skelly, still no shield, but that makes sense. Because with the storm and everything, I doubt that very many of the guards would have bothered to follow them down here.
Still here.
And we come out here. Wow, they, I guess they took shelter here from the storm, and it just didn't let up long enough. Now, they said to go downriver, right? To find shelter. But downriver is a fucking... I mean, that would be the mill, right? But, like, downriver is a fucking... waterfall, so... Unless they went upriver and I misread it or something. Anyway. That was the abandoned prison. Like I said, not a whole lot there. We got a fort here, though. Fort Amal. Now, this fort does have a person up there.
That's close enough. I'm warning you.
Oh, and my computer's almost dead, so I'm going to quickly look up. Okay, so this is a fort that you need to take during the Civil War.
Back off.
And there's not really anything of real note here.
That's close enough. Never should have come here.
And it looks like we got us some mages.
Those fools are actually fighting.
Yep, sure are.
Mercy!
You're screaming for mercy, and you're barely fucking hurt. Wow. Oh, wait, how much is Staff of Flames worth? Not nearly enough for me to pick it up. Somebody else is bitching at me. I can hear him.
Back off.
Yeah?
You're dead.
Sorry, who's dead? You're dead. Okay, so this seems to be Fire Mage Fort. I mean, at least so far. I mean, I guess 2 might be a bit much. Oh, we also have a Shrine of Julianos, which I do believe is a common one for mages to worship, but I don't remember particularly why. they worship him. He's like god of knowledge or some shit. Alright. Well, that was worthless tower. Good to know. But yeah, as I already said, not really anything of note. Once again, there's... I mean, nothing. I mean, I was going to say there's a couple of books, but I can't even say that. Now, the only thing I'm curious about is, like, obviously I've joined the Legion. And some of these forts are, like, you have to have the battle for them, I think. And then there's other ones, obviously, as you've seen, where it's like we've defeated everyone there, and then like it's repopulated with the Imperial Legion because we're part of it. But now this particular fort is not very far outside of Windhelm. What did you just? Oh, I was like, what are you killing? Well, actually, only weighs 8 and is worth 900. Oh. The fact that she keeps paralyzing them confuses me. Are you? Because you're using the basic fire spell. And yet you... And then you also have a staff... Frostbite on you, which is interesting. Okay, so... I think it's safe to confirm that this is in fact Fire Mage Ford. Which means I probably shouldn't be using fire myself. Not that I think it'll really make a difference against them. Blue mage robes for fire mages. That would really throw people off, eh? Because like most of the time when like you see like it's like, oh, that guy's a fire mage and he's just like dressed in as much red as is humanly fucking possible. It would be fucking hilarious to see a show or something where it's like the guy dresses all in blue, but like in like blue and has like water patterns or like ice patterns or something, but like exclusively uses fire magic. Like that would be fucking, I think that would be funny. It would be one of those things where I don't know if I'd want him to be like the main character or anything, but it would be at the very least a very funny like one-off character in an anime or something. To like have the guy show up and be like that. Because like obviously it's a trick that would work against everybody that he has never met before. But at the same time, as somebody like watching a show or something, it would get fairly... I mean, I'm not saying that it wouldn't be a good show because of that, but it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like the first time happened to be like, I see what you did there, that's funny. But then like as it kept happening, it would be like, you know, it would just become like a part of the show, you know, which is why I think it would be like a good little quirk for a one-off character to have, or a side character, you know. Because like obviously a lot of people would have their more or less same reaction to seeing him and then having to fight him, you know. So you'd end up seeing like very like the same or at least very similar reactions from like everybody that he's fighting, you know. Or it's like, aha, I see you're a water mage or you're an ice mage. Well, you won't be able to get past this, and then he just like hits him with fire. It's like, what the hell? But then that would be like I said, like everybody that he fights. Oh, they do have ice mages. All right. So that's interesting. So the ice mages have the prison, while the fire mages get the fort proper and the outside of the fort. That's interesting. But it does explain the Staff of Frostbite, kind of. I mean, I imagine that that's just like a random spawn in that person's inventory, but you know, still, I'd like to think that it explains it. A lot of cells down here. Nothing. Nothing. To be fair, since this fort hasn't been taken by the Imperials or the Stormcloaks yet, as would make more sense based on its location, although who's going to tell them that it has been cleared out, I don't know. Not that we've been particularly quiet about it, but unless somebody happened along the road, it would, I don't think that, yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that the fort will ever be marked as cleared, because most of these
I'm right behind you.
forts don't get marked as cleared. Let's see, we've been there, we've been there, we've been there. We went up in the tower, that's not a separate location. Alright, so that's that. And that probably, oh, I was going to say that probably was a little bit over an hour, because the abandoned prison took longer than I thought, but nope. Alright, so that'll be it for this part. Next part, we'll either finish clearing the middle, which we might, yeah, you know what, we'll do whatever's left in the middle, because I don't think that there's a whole lot left in what's considered the middle of this place, and then we'll head west, because in all honesty, like I said, a lot of the locations that I'm looking at that aren't on the map already, their names are familiar to me, which makes me think that they're part of quests, and therefore we won't be going into them right away. Like, we'll just go and unlock them, and then we'll wait until we actually get sent there. But that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for more.